PYFM, Progressive Youth Chamber of Commerce and Industries, Thembalihle has previously served as a deputy president of the Northern Cape Youth Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So a gentleman with vast knowledge and experience when it comes to youth, when it comes to businesses, when it comes to the issues that we are facing as entrepreneurs, to come and give us a masterclass on how best you can market your business and take your business to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, please let's put our hands together for Mr. Mbheta. Come on, Galeshewe. Let's show some love and welcome onto stage Mr. Mbheta. Whitey bare black kalayama, and he's dressed in black, and I'm dressed in black. Black is attracted to money. Over to you, sir. All right. So we're going to have a conversation, and later on, we're going to open up the platform for you to ask questions. So I do hope that you're writing down your questions. And if not, I encourage you to write down your questions for our speakers. Later on, we're going to have a session where you can ask those questions. Are we together? Fantastic. My good sir, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. I know the introduction that I gave was short. For people who don't know who you are, they've never seen you before, who are you, where are you from, and what's your journey when it comes to entrepreneurship?
Okay. Good day, everyone. Like he said correctly, my name is Thembalihle Mbheta. I'm originally from Uppington, but I currently reside in Kimberley. I wouldn't want to dwell into my political affiliations, but I also serve as the Deputy Secretary of the ANC Youth League here in the Northern Cape Province, and that is why I am currently based in Kimberley. But beyond that, I have a life that is more interesting. I would even say beyond politics, and which is a life of business, a life of creating value and creating purpose, solving solutions, and being innovative. And that is what that sparks my goal. So in a nutshell, that is who Thembalihle. Most of the people know me as Linda around, even here in Kimberley. But yeah, in a nutshell, that is who I am. Thank you.
So you've served on various committees, where one of them being the youth chamber, and as you're serving on that committee, I assume that you engage and interact with entrepreneurs in the township, running businesses in the township. What are some of the challenges that you've seen that township entrepreneurs are facing, that are stopping them from taking their businesses to the next level? And what are those solutions?
In most cases, people, what I've realized, or youth in society, or the youth that I've dealt with in the organizations that I've served, which is the ZFM Youth Chamber of Commerce and Industries and the Northern Cape Youth Chambers of Commerce and Industries, is that number one, there's a lack of access to funding for youth-owned businesses, and there's a lack of planning also amongst us. We sometimes execute without planning because we become excited over the innovative ideas that we generally come up with ourselves. So access to markets as well, because an established market would not really want to associate themselves with a starter because they would be scared, more especially if you are youth. You know, the stigma that moves around with young people is that they are unorganized They are not ready, they're not matured enough to do business. So people, in most instances, close doors for young business owners because of that stigma that creates, and that has been created for a long time. We even face it even still now. I can tell you, I started my business, Black Pay Finance Co., which was formerly known as CMB Procurement Solutions, in the year 2017, and that is the year that I just got out of university. That's when I then decided to go into business. Had no interest of being behind a desk or working for anyone. Felt like there's so much in society that one needed to fix and bring solutions to. So I started crafting my business since then. But I can tell you, even now, I get to doors where I am considered to be too young to be done business with. Do you understand? So those are of the things that in most cases even discourage young people to do business as well, because we know knocking on that door is not going to open. You understand?
So that's 8 years. 2017 plus 8 gives you 2025. And you're still young. So when will you be old? How many years do you have to be in it to now be, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Then you've got entrepreneurs that are sitting and they're saying, Linda, we are in the very same position. We're knocking at doors. We are not being taken seriously. We are too young. What do we do? Because we're on the verge of giving up. What's your advice? What do we do?
I think the lady who spoke from the clinic spoke about consistency. Number one, we need to teach ourselves to be consistent. We need to have endurance, and we need to be patient for certain things. Not everything is going to come all at once. There's no battle that you are being given to fight that is not of purpose. There's something that you are going to learn from that. All struggles have a teaching, and that is what we as young people should keep on having in mind. I am fortunate to know other people that have had it easy, grow up in rich families, have access to these businesses when their parents decide to retire or they pass on. But there's still a difference between them and yourself, because you coming up from nothing and struggling all this way up to get to your peak, and them just receiving something as a takeover here, carry on this legacy, is not the same thing, you understand? And you'd find after a year or two of them taking over, they start struggling because they never faced the struggles that they were actually supposed to face when starting their businesses and gradually moving up. In my household, I grew up with an uncle that, he's late though, he had worked himself up. He has been a CEO of multinational companies and later decided to go on and do his own thing. But what he has taught us and what has been value to me is that in life you should not skip steps. The moment you skip a step and you think you are elevating, you must be certain that you are most likely to come back to the very same starting point because you missed a step. You see, so we as young people, we must, like I said, let's try and be consistent with everything we do. Let's put some endurance in it, and let's have patience for the kickback that's going to come of your hard work. But you need to be dedicated, and I believe that if you love something or if you love doing something, you are going to ensure and work hard to ensure that that thing becomes what you have visualized it to be as an end product.
A round of applause for Mr. Linda. Are we enjoying this so far? You start your business straight out of varsity, right? So no one knows who you are. Or rather, they know who you are, but they don't know your business. How do you market your business at that point? And what are some of the strategies that you've implemented that have now gotten your business to where you are? Marketing strategies.
Okay. So I was fortunate to study entrepreneurship as a diploma at that point. And my diploma in entrepreneurship encompassed marketing as a major as well. And then you have financial management, and then you have business management, and then personal selling was also part of it, and communication. So for me, graduating, it was almost as if I had learned about all the angles of business, how to sell my business to someone, how to create value, how to create an offering, and how to satisfy your clients or customers, how to manage my business, and how to manage my business financial element as well. Although that is the biggest stumbling block, is managing your finances in your business. So when I started my business, I first went knocking on doors, because we know as black people, we don't necessarily all have the money to start our businesses. But I did an intervention by saying it's fine. There's government. Government needs services. And I went around asking for my company to be put on their databases, so that if they have an RFQ, a request for an item or something, they could send me an email and I could source it. Remember, my business's name was at that point CMB Procurement Solutions. So I thought of solving the government's issue of procuring goods, you see. So started like that, went around knocking on doors, asked for my name to be put onto a database, and then from there on, got a few RFQs, was successful in my bidding, started raising capital like that, gradually, starting small, even from a tender as small as like 5,000. You start. I remember my first tender that I did was for a government organization where I went to request to be a service provider just to wash their cars, you see. So for me, it's nothing to wash cars. It's like the physical thing for me to do, but your input cost for your soap and your things, the material you need to wash a car, it's easy to obtain that, or you could easily just save up or have a fundraising at home, ask your family to contribute 50 rand each, start that thing, start washing cars, and then now you get paid for 5,000 rand. And then from there on, you just go use the very same 5,000 rand to fund another purchase order, and that's how you go, and you grow your capital like that. And then eventually, I had also learned soft skills, that's when I decided to go into consultancy within the same business, to do services like formalizing informal businesses, like registering companies and things like that. And then that's where I generally created more revenue and more revenue. So that is where the growth then started. And I can't stand here and say that I got 100,000 rand to start a company, because I didn't. I grew my money like that. And it meant that I had to market my business. I had to be the first seller of my business. And you'd go to seminars. Places like this, networking is very key. It is important to speak to your neighbor, the person sitting next to you. Ask them what they're doing. they might be sitting with a solution that you've been looking for a long time. Even in churches, network in church. After the pastor has given you the sermon or the Mvangeli has done whatever he has done, tell them also, hey chief, now I wash cars, chief, or now I do laundry. Can I wash your uniform? Or can all church members bring their uniform to me to wash? And that's how you keep on doing. In each space that you come into, you market yourself. But you find various platforms of marketing your business as well. Because you can either market your business online or offline. And we know digital marketing in this life that we live now reaches the biggest numbers because everybody has a smartphone. We are connected to our phones every day. You can even, on something that we sometimes think, an app that we think is an app for fun, just start a video on TikTok, circulate it. People will share it eventually. If people see that you are creating value, you are satisfying a need in society, and then people will gradually share your things. People will gradually share your things. And then you have, obviously, you can set up a website which is more costly. The other lady spoke about WhatsApp. WhatsApp as well. Create a chain message that you ask everybody just to follow, to forward to one another so that people become aware. Marketing your business is about creating awareness of your existence. You are making a statement that I'm here and this is what I'm offering. And from there on, it is important for you to be the first runner of your business. You must ensure that your business gets out there. There's other elements of marketing that become more expensive, like having to do print media, having to do flyers and billboards, things like that. Those are costly things, but once you've started with the things that are not costly, you are then able to raise capital to invest into marketing your business on those type of platforms on a later stage then.
Sure. Are we learning, are we taking out some key insights here, right? Around, it's a link, like start with what you have, right? If you're gonna post, hey, post about what you do. Post about your business. And I loved what you said around you posting to show people what you are doing, but you also showing us that you've done your research. There is value, you know. It's like, and I used to do this. I just want to make an example and ask you the last question before we get into our networking session, where I would get mad. Like, I wouldn't get it if I post a picture and I'm looking good, I get a lot of likes, right? But then if I post a picture about my book, I get like 2 likes or 3 likes. You know you're going to get more likes for looking good than you are about your business, right? Or you post a poster. This is who we are, and this is what we do. And one thing that I've learned that I would like for you to take away is this, especially when it comes to marketing your business. And I've seen this in the business that I run, is people want to be told what to do. So you need to elicit an action. So if you're going to put out artwork or put out a video telling us about your business, so what must we do? Should we buy your product? Then tell us, please buy my product. Should we reshare? Then tell us, please reshare this poster. Should we tell other people about it? Is it marketing awareness? People want to be told what to do when it comes to marketing. So tell the people what is it that they need to do. My last question, I know we're going to have another session a bit later where they're going to ask more questions.
Can I just add something on what you just said?
Sure.
I'm listening to Spoo speak now, and then I think of the time when I was still doing marketing as a module. We then discovered, or I discovered, that marketing is more to do with your psychology than anything. Have you ever noticed and asked yourself why, when you enter Pick and Pay stores, you'd find sweets right at the end of the till? When you're about to pay, you see there's sweets, there's either cool drinks, but it is things that are most likely to be wanted by a child. You've gone there, you've had a budget of 1,000 rand, and you bought groceries. But you get to the till. They create all of that. It's playing, I don't want to say it in that sense that it's playing with people's mind, but they are influencing the spending through the child. So psychologically, they are driving you. It's even like it's like even when you sit down and plan for a product or a service, you need to clearly understand who your niche is. Who are you trying to sell this product to? And what is the thinking that these people most likely have? What are they most likely to buy and what they most likely not going to buy? So that is, it goes with deep thinking. So I then realized then that marketing is more psychology than anything. And it's thrilling if you go deeper into it. Marketing is fun and it's creativity. It's being able to think beyond limits. It's exciting. And for the entrepreneurs that have made peaches, I loved what I heard, but I heard none of you guys say why you guys think you guys should win. Do you understand? And that is the perfect selling point. But yeah, no thanks. Can I have the last question?
All right. Time. If there's one thing I wish there was no time. But we have to, for time's sake. Lastly, and briefly as we close, as I said, we're going to have more time. The best marketing strategy you have learned and implemented in your business, which has made a significant difference in your sales. You don't have to tell us how much you made, but you need to tell us about the strategy.
It's just satisfying customers. Customer satisfaction is what you should focus on the most in your business, because customer satisfaction leads to word of mouth. Wherever you have received a good service or wherever you have been able to buy a product that you are happy about, you are going to tell your sister. Your sister is going to tell his sister or the brother or a friend, and that is how it spreads out. And that is where the numbers start coming in. Then if you are able to satisfy your customer base, you are most likely to grow double your size within 6 months even. You understand? It's the same as if even a restaurant, man. You know how restaurants become popular? It's us that do the marketing for them. Have you ever seen an ad about, let's say, here in Kimberley, the Heights? Have you ever seen an ad about that restaurant? We haven't seen it, but people that have gone there had told other people of the service that they received there and the type of food that they were able to eat there. And so it went, and now the place is a popular place. You understand? So it's just customer satisfaction. Work on satisfying your customers. It will definitely happen. Thank you.
Can we put our hands together for Mr. Mbheta? He will be back on stage for the segment after our networking session. I think he deserves another round of applause. Thank you so much, my brother.